Hi guys and welcome back to another video on the Wrestling Review. I knew this is your NXT review for this week. So on Tuesday, um, guys, we had another decent episode. When we started off the episode all with all the so with Williams backstage shouting the odds in the production area, shouting the odds backstage, storms into the arena and demands that Ricky Saints come out. He came away with that he was screwed, etc. The demand Saints comes out so they can finish what they started to beat him like a dog over. Nobody saying out comes Eva and Eva says trick you behaving like a child. Ricky did beat you with feelings. Your outcomes Saints outcomes Saints to answer the challenge. Eva says no, it may have some more trick, and the two immediately start horror all in as soon as the hits the ring, then it cuts to the pre-tape her home was of Axiom and Jasper Troy and the speed tournament in final is give the promo was after the NXT spotlight signature into X. So yeah, both guys say that they want to win them. Etc. Package in it, and it could be promos and I know what of this uh was Axiom chopping down the big red but Jasper or Troy does his pounce maneuver and then does the actual saw to get the recount in the victory. So he'll be up against El Grande Americano. Uh, and I think Jasper or Troy will get the Speed Championship now that it's an NXT exclusive because before you never really heard El Grande America. I know sorry be knowledge of holding the NXT Championship. I know that there's been Ludwig Kaiser being drafted and as a substitution as a result of Chad Gable's injury. You had he had them or Ion or Avon the crowd Americanos onto Haraj and the are arrived in the performance centre looking on the realise it's Jasper Troy to be facing, so it's heel versus heel. It's not a very ideal situation because heel versus heel's a bit meh, yeah, but I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of the speed call concept, but again, just but he fully continued on the speaker concept himself, who decides to hand over her speed championship, even though I can sure you will want to hand us over. She says, yeah, she says, yeah, but Ava's like, don't you defend her, and you get Zaria to defend your NXT North American Championship. I thought you might have wanted the same for for the speed title. She said, as I'm sure Zaria's like, dude, I'm on it, but to just one feet further and illustrating and ramping up the entrance between the two. Obviously that um obviously that leads to obviously as a area heel turn in the near future. But then you see Trick Williams talking to OT, and he says, have you seen any other Saints or Ava both those guys saying, oh, you see Kendall Gray asking, you see Renson here asking Kendall Gray if she's up, um, if, if she's up, if she's up for the task to face no Ashley. Agent Kendall who said she is, so she, um, so she, um, so she puts her, Evolve Championship on the line against Storm Ashley. Adrian Dewell Ashley. Adrian gets the majority of the offense, and but Kendall Gray is able to get it out, and she gets the shades of grey maneuver, or she uses. It does look okay. It does look a really nice move, and it gets and it gets in the um and it gets the three out a pretty decent match again here, and yeah, uh, um yeah, there's not really much to it. You kinda knew Kendall Gary was gonna retain. I don't actually know why she's not on the NXT roster, or rather than ever. Oh, um, rather than ever. All back, or she's already on a performance center on track to maybe it's due to trying to get the number of to spike up on the Evolve um streams on YouTube. I don't quite know. I know Evolve have actually had to cut back some of the ID tag, and I know they've and the taker or that half of the members have been let go and not resigned. I know Zeta Steel was one of them. I know Rice did Donovan etc. So you get the point. A new era is happening, and evolve. Um, but yeah, um, so then we'll probably to Jill on Evans. It's an NXT anonymous segment right before or NXT. You might have noticed the NXT anonymous what at the account hosting bits of extra segments and content. Obviously, Von Evans is chatting to the ex division champion Leon Slater and is chatting to the NXT champion Emily 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 Leon Slater. Or they are talking about their impending impending Chuba the arc stating about the our hopes to challenge the arc state for the tag titles. Dark state I'm in the issue and the issue about and the issue a bit of a warning just so it or no to Giovanna Evans because Slater had to hang up the video all because he was having meetings about the X Division title picture of Santino Marella. Ah, um, so the he actually so the he actually so he actually threatened um um he actually is he actually threatened Evans saying that he was only get destroyed of him and Slade. Then we get to her almost Tatum Paxton. He addressing her victory. She actually he says that she is an unlikely a championship is held back for years. This is for all the year those that don't think they have a shot at She says she wants to be a fighting champion. She says due to popular demand, bringing back the Halloween in her Harvard Spandau and she spends it in nothing aims on she spends it in nothing aims on the aisle. You have Carl Armstrong or Evolve, you have Low, Vice, Jada Park, Alexa, Alexa, Charity Dame's not on, as they Dame's not on it, I've lost this kind of builds a bit more resentment for the eventual a trail, as they deemed during the actual promo part of the segment, and says, I don't think you should actually defend your title every single week. You can get an open challenge. It took you years to accomplish. Is um um in the NXT champion, but T but Tatum was ahead and was it anyway. So again, so again back to the part of the segment we're on now that I've corrected myself. So yeah, she spins it in the warm. She spins it in the warm hands on oh, um, ice, and that's who she's facing. As he as he again looks a bit frustrated, you then see Yvonne Evans and Ricky say he ain't get into get into another scuffle. Then you cut uh, um and you cut to the secret of St. Ethan Page. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green announced that they're going to be going to be facing the Triple M X Tag Team Championships at the next Harold's Collide event, and obviously, um, and obviously with it, yeah, he'll was past the ends, and she then says, say his name, and he appears about even Joe Hendry and pops out Joe Hendry and Chelsea Giddy and Chelsea Green has a heart attack as he popped out an album. Wasn't even expecting it either, so it did kinda startle me a bit. It was the way he sort of jumped out. But yeah, but yeah, but, yeah, but a fun segment here, and it shows you that Joe Hendry is becoming a permanent sort of extra on the NXT roster, and I think officially I think officially he'll sign a contract just to make sure everything's kosher for NXT. But then guys we get to he was then we get he was he was on and territory on heights. You see the uh, cup be tipped almost each guy. I said your mum or other, but you're standing in the way of Ian Josh or eggs, and that's what this chooses for the eggs to fight Josh. Her eggs is Eva it them how in havoc and the two and have a back and forth um have a back and forth style have a back and forth style match and so here Josh Josh her ex comes out and he joins the commentary. Oh, he tries to get involved. He jaw jacks with Avion Heights on the outside. Um, he tries in he tries to nail Avion Heights, but then you have Ailes do a suicide dive out to out to off um out to off Heights and Josh or eggs it kind of all Heights but I can't really them have another I can for off Heights goes for the way to L he should how eggs and a roll up and this gets a victory from Hales and that's who I presume Josh her eggs will be facing and then your future um you obviously get you obviously get confirmation of the women's championship tournament, but just before all that, you see Josh her eggs you see Josh but eggs take out EVP on heights, and then you see Trick Williams get in a ring, hitting I was hitting I was on of the you yeah, and also the Ricky Saints are Ricky Saints kind of a IGs and and the two continue them role, but the security actually get some between the two, and then um and the and then you get to the next and then you get to the next segment and you have all of ice actually Tatum Paxton. I'm proud of you, but you need to know the NXT titles coming back to the Ice City. You're getting the Hawk Titan 80 actually. he stands up to Will. She says she is ready as he actually he speaks up to them all. So, but then she ushers Tom out to the ring, and the kill and the kill and Cherry and here is and Cherry you've got or you don't forget Sean's years kinda looking as he as if to say till the timers are right in the and strike because as he's not very happy she's putting on the sad that she is. Um, obviously, obviously the actually doesn't really and doesn't really get on until the very end, up until you see face. Oh, and Ormandre, CJ, and CJ, and said J.C. James said she's coming back for the fatal one for and all to there in the echo as it is as they did aims shoved into the steel apes and action pack so yeah this was J. C. Jane was is very beautiful. He will left the NXT Championship and it's scheduled for next it's scheduled for next week that we have Tatum Pass and all of ice and as he did and the six um and the six in tag up against the one villain that's confirmed that's confirmed to just after it you get again you get confirmation that the and it championship gets um um gets under I get and the tournament for the gets underway next week and it just feels as though they've already had that for them. I mean, but obviously so is injured, so the tournament activates and get a pre-taped or almost of you get a pre-taped promo of how it another one half yeah actually yeah actually he says that he's she's going to defend her NXT North American Championship under the bright it's in New York, so a teenage film. As that's the only way so a team that should be getting a title on defense at all her because it is a very big um and apparently she's shown that the girl Markino also was turned into everybody's else. She said I make him had um is Andy injured so on it yeah I mean decent but a character development and then you get to the main event at the then you get to the main event at um at until Annie Jordan and she defeated Jordan is to keep the TNA on the championship. She accidentally egg of Jordan Gray is um actually throughout the out obviously obviously Jordan Gray is is obviously Jordan Gray's is uh and well it's as though she's gonna take the knockouts championship until um until Trick and Saints continue their continue their continue their fight obviously the ref gets the jabber did and kill Annie Joe Orton oh Annie Jordan gets uh, her, and she hits Jordan Grace hits Jordan Grace with the title and she eats in knockouts um championship. She actually hits she actually hits the variation of the variation of the anatomy on in the start of the um on the start of the match. It's a very nice variation that shows off Kelani his gymnastic um um skills. You kinda already thought that the heel turn was about to happen as you saw the other as you saw the other as you saw the other NXT. I mean actually uh, um had out the room or hard room. You also have seen instances and you've also have seen instances here she's kinda got a bit sort of angry, frustrated itchy, and yeah, so it's kind of expected, and does actually have she does actually have an evil sort of look, whereas the referee lazy he's a hand. So already I'm kinda interested to see how this develops. Since oh, and he has always has been the sort of smiley type of if is this is a lot more of a desperate sort of version of Kelani. She's sick of being the little sis or in the war or as Victor Joseph says all the time. And so that is interesting. Also, Saints and are are continuing to roll on outside, even the security are out trying to get some odd or but ain't actually years correct through the age and she and even the actual is until weeks you've got our last man standing. I'm sick of I'm sick of this thing. You also see you Jesse Jane cutting up her almost more to end the show saying that she'd and the NXT Women's Championship buddy him actually dead killing time, so you've got that on the horizon. And guys, I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. The story is obviously due to the is obviously to when you hear about the big sort of that I can Rick Saints actually had during the episode. Also the killer and the job he was on as well. And yeah guys, 8.5 out of 10, an interesting show. Um, comment down, um, comment down, oh, oh, um, everything if and I'll see you all in the next video. Try and be respectful and on and let's have a chat and I'll see you all very soon. Remember to hit the share button and the like and subscribe and of course on and I'll see you over and I'll see you all very soon.